Happy quarantine, everyone. I hope this finds all of you safe and healthy as we look to distract all of you for just about 10 minutes or so with this digital edition of NHL Now, brought to you by Chipotle. Get free delivery in-app and online. Lauren Gardner, E.J. Raddick here with you, and very excited to be joined today by Stars goaltender Ben Bishop. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. And secondly, let's talk about the shirt that you're wearing right now, Quarantine in Victory.
And Victory Green.
Yeah,
there you go.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, these are the shirts the Dallas Stars Foundation, started selling, and all the proceeds go to the, COVID-19 relief, and not a bad looking shirt. So figured I'd support it for the interview today.
All right, where can you get them? Can you get them on DallasStars.com, I guess?
I would assume so. I'm not 100% sure, but the Dallas Stars Foundation through them,
great.
And I'm sure it's on the website.
Yeah, great. Hey Ben, I want to ask you about, like, we're doing, we appreciate your time. We're all doing these kind of different things to stay in touch with people. And apparently you've been out there kind of doing some of that stuff yourself. Give us a background on that. How has it been for you keeping in touch?
It's been good. We've been talking to the guys. We have our, group text for the team. It's always, firing off. There's usually some funny videos or texts or jokes and whatnot, and a lot of FaceTime with the boys, and just, keeping in touch.
Yeah, it has to be good.
I just want to interrupt. Sorry, Lauren. Just apparently you got hooked up. We had Logan Couture on our show a couple of weeks ago now, and apparently you got hooked up on a video with him. What was the story?
That's true. I was actually, FaceTiming with Tom Holy, our PR guy, and then we called Pavelski. And then next thing you know, Pavelski added Couture, and I think Demers was on it, and Stalock. We were all on it at one point, and I kept calling Couture. I kept calling him Logan, and I was like, what's your nickname? I didn't know his nickname. I was like, Logan, what do you think? And I'm like, why am I calling you Logan? That sounds so, like, you probably don't go by that. Like, yeah, it's Cooch. Just call me Cooch. But I was calling him Logan the whole time. I was mad, but I was like, I don't think you go by that, so I'm sorry I keep calling you that.
Yeah, especially in hockey. I feel like calling anyone by their government name just feels like unnatural and awkward. But what did you learn about some of these guys over the course of these conversations?
We were just, having a good time. It was in the evening, and we were just kind of making our rounds, calling guys, just kind of talking about what everybody was doing, like I said, a couple weeks ago. So just catching up and having some good stories. And I was kind of the odd man out because they all were together in San Jose. So I was just kind of there for the ride. But it's always nice to, see some faces and, share some laughs. And we definitely had a lot that night.
How's life at home, Ben? You've got one little one, and you've got one on the way, apparently. How are you coping with everything?
It's been great. I think that's the silver lining, behind all this, is you get to spend a lot more time with the family, extended time. And I was saying earlier, I have a new, respect for the wife. 24/7 with the little guy is not an easy task, and we sleep well. I know that after chasing him all day. And we got another one on the way in a couple months, so we've been setting up the room upstairs where Benjamin's going to move into, and then the nursery. So I've been hanging some shelves, getting the carpet laid down and doing all those little things to get the room ready.
Yeah, I'm sure that honey-do list is endless as you're watching this digital edition of NHL Now, brought to you by Chipotle. Get free delivery in-app and online. Lauren Gardner, E.J. Raddick, joined here with Ben Bishop. Obviously, you're doing some handiwork around the house, but it looks like your grilling skills are really improving. I mean, Tom sent us some of these photos. That looks delicious.
I sent that to Tom. Yeah, it's this little steak, horseradish, sweet potato, and some mixed vegetables. Trying to keep it healthy while we're in quarantine too.
Hey, that looks good. That's a nice job by you. Hey, I want to ask you about, we mentioned Tom. Tom Holy is the PR guy for the Dallas Stars. Was the college roommate of our buddy Steve Mears. So, he's got that. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, that's up to, they'll have to let us know on that. But are you worried about him at all? He's walking all the time. He tells me he's walking like 13 miles a day. Are you concerned?
Yeah, I think he's shedding those pounds off left and right, so I can't wait to see him again. But yeah, he was telling me that Mearsy was on before me, so I was giving him some craps, and I guess I'm second in line to Mearsy now. So I see how it is.
That's not good. We apologize.
That's amazing. Aside from chasing down the 2-year-old, grilling, obviously hanging shelves and photos, have you guys been able to have any time to binge watch anything?
We've watched a few things. It started the Michael Jordan thing last night, which was obviously really cool to watch. And we finished season 3 of Ozarks, and we watched the Tiger
nice.
King. That's about it. You don't have too much time. At nighttime, after we put them down, you're ready for bed. But we've watched, I guess, the top shows right now, and we finished those, and we got to find a new one.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. I'm wearing out my DVR right now, watching a lot of different things, a lot of good stuff. Thankfully, I want to ask you about it's odd to ask about hockey right now because let's face it, we don't know where we're at. We're in this pause. We're hoping we get back at some point. Where are you on that, Ben? I mean, if we could come back and play into the summer, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think most of the guys we've talked to, I mean, you don't have that many opportunities to win a Stanley Cup in your career, and if that was taken away from you one year, it'd be kind of tough pill to swallow. So I kind of changed my mindset as, assuming that we will come back at some point. So kind of treating, this April, May is almost like your summer, and then really starting to gear it up there. And hopefully in July or, August, if we start that time, just kind of, it's almost like our summer is going on right now. And then when we pick up, it might kind of be like the World Cup. It's, straight into playoffs. So we'll see. I mean, I think we're all have our fingers crossed, but obviously the important thing is the health of the world right now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Just keeping everybody healthy, and hopefully we'll turn the corner here and we can start playing some hockey, whether it's with fans or not. As long as we can get out there and do the things we love, and hopefully people can watch. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens.
It's great that you're keeping everything in perspective. Let's talk about the background there in your office. Do you have some autographed baseballs behind you? What's going on here?
Yeah, I guess I got those are like some of the first pitches we've thrown out over the years. So
wow,
a couple in Tampa, a couple here. So, and then I think up top we got some of the masks. I don't know if you can see them at the very top.
Okay.
There, and then
cool.
a couple of the masks up there. So kind of a little office here, a couple diplomas, my wife and I. So
nice. How about that guitar? What's the story there?
That was from the All-Star game in Nashville. That was the gift in Nashville. So we threw it up there too.
Yeah, that was a fun time. I remember seeing Ben Bishop walking the streets in Nashville during the All-Star weekend. It was fun.
That was a perfect city for it. We didn't have to leave you could walk everywhere, walk across the rink. I think we were all there, visiting a couple of the bars, check them out.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I remember that.
Yeah. Broadway is an absolute time warp. Before we let you go, Ben, this time obviously flew by. First of all, did Carol do it? Got to ask you that one.
I think so. I think one of the Tigers had a good dinner. I wouldn't say good dinner, but had a dinner.
Yes, exactly. And second of all, how's your arm for those first pitches?
They're all right. I've thrown a couple strikes and definitely a couple balls. So I didn't strike anybody out, but they went over the plate. I didn't bounce it. That was the number one rule everybody was saying.
That's the rule. Exactly. You have to throw from the rubber, and you cannot bounce it.
Can't bounce it. Can't bounce it.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for taking some time to join us here today. We had a lot of fun catching up, and again, stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun chasing that little one around.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for having me.